Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the intro. It's time to get sleazy. I'm your host, Sleazy, and tonight I am joined by Mr. PBS.
Hello, hello.
Robzilla.
Hello.
And from the Chicagoland area, Hot Sauce.
I'm here.
This is episode 132. I don't know if I said that to open it up, but you know,
you did now, so you're good.
we're good.
Yeah,
we got it going. We were actually off last week. We were supposed to record, but it was I didn't communicate it good enough, obviously. People forgot.
Blame it on Rob. No, just blame it on Rob.
People forgot, but Rob tumbled the domino.
Yeah, I tumbled the domino.
Rob broke the if Rob would have been able to go, we would have went. Hot Sauce was unavailable, but he didn't tell us until, I was like, hey, is everybody ready to go? And
he's like, ready to go for what?
Rob was like, Actually, I've got something to do. I double booked and I can't cancel.
I double booked. I say, man. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Shut up, fat ass.
That's what I was like, God damn it, Rob. You fucked me over. And then Hot Sauce was like, what? We were recording tonight? I was like, oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I mentioned it, but I guess I didn't.
Might have just said it to us after you reminded us.
I thought I had said it in the...
Yeah, because I knew you said it, but I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
But once you said something, I remember like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit. I'm supposed to record tonight. But yeah, so we had to do CORGS Con. So the idea was, we'll move the recording up a night before and do it Thursday, and it didn't happen. So last Friday, we were setting up for CORGS Con, which is Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Society Convention. It's a retro gaming convention, and you can see anything and everything video game related there, and it's a decent little convention. We set the Nerdco booth up there though. And we do okay at that convention, but it's a fun little convention. They these two guys named Gary run it, and the one Gary DJs kind of while the thing's going on, and they had a shitload of raffles this year.
Yeah,
I mean, they gave away tons of stuff. I mean, there's a couple nice systems in there too, Xboxes and stuff like that. Xbox Ones, nothing like new.
Yeah, you can go to the page and just see the people who won the raffles.
Yeah,
nice price.
Vendors win.
I think so. I mean, because you could buy the raffle tickets, so I don't see why you couldn't put in for one.
Yeah,
but we were at the front, right in front of the raffle tickets, and let me tell you something. Like I love Gary, and they've been nothing but nice to us. They're great people. They always invite us to come back and they hook us up. But man, there was no air, and it was in Big Run Sports Complex out on the west side. For those of you that are in the Columbus area, and it's an older gymnasium sports complex, so there's not really any air conditioning in there. There's just these two old school giant fans that run on each side of the gym, and so when you did get a breeze, it was
magic.
Well, that and it was hot fucking air. And
yeah,
you felt like you couldn't breathe in there sometimes. And man, it was hellacious. We saw a guy that was drenched in sweat, and
like somebody pour a bucket on him.
Yeah. Somebody asked me, they were like, I bet it smelled horrible in there. And I was like, well, after a while, it's so hot you can't smell anything. But
you get a couple smells in there though.
Great convention. I think they just need to find that, a nice hall or something that they can put it in that's climate controlled.
Well, you guys, we do the toy show at the Lausch building or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's kind of in the same boat, but at least they got that kind of big door that you can open.
Well, they
up
have
bit.
They have a climate control in there. There's AC in there. I can tell you that.
It's never hot on. You're sweating in there.
Nah, but man, this was hellacious, dude. I had a headband on because when I sweat, my glasses come off. So I wear the headband to stop that from happening. My headband was drenched by like 10 o'clock. And we had only been in, we got there early at like 9 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
The setup, because the show started at 10 a.m. But it was fucking hot as fuck. And man, but I didn't get a chance to like walk around and look at anything. But
I didn't either.
From what I could tell, there, people seemed to be pretty happy with the show. And other than it, the main complaint was it's hot. And but there was some cool stuff. Like we had a guy across from us who had some rare game that was like $2,000 or something.
Yeah, you signed up for like 1,500. It was like a Radio Shack like video game system that was super rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of shit you'll find there.
Yeah.
You know. And then obviously they had tons of YouTubers, and we talked to a couple of them that came by the booth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's a fun little convention, I think. And I haven't really went as a patron in so many years, but you know, I always enjoyed it when I went in and it was a smaller show, but it's getting big now. So a lot bigger than what it used to be.
Now, why did they not put us the McCoy Center?
Why did they move from the McCoy Center?
Yeah.
Because they got bigger.
Oh, they just didn't have any room there.
Yeah, like they literally filled the whole sports complex with tables.
Wasn't it was like a hotel where they used to do it, right? Like
No,
a side room.
It was in a banquet hall, the McCoy Center in Hilliard.
Yeah.
And that's where people get married normally. Or
I think the last time I went to that one, like they had like vendors out in the hallway and everything.
Yeah, they had it in another room too. So they needed to move. And I think they're going to move again after this. They said they weren't going to do another show there because it was way too hot, you know, this time.
I mean, you would walk outside and it was cooler than inside.
When you have so many vendors, and I mean, probably over 80 vendors or 100
somewhere in there, and
you add 2,000 to 3,000 to maybe 4,000 people in there, it gets hot really quick and it gets uncomfortable and people don't want to stay, and people get, you know, when you get hot or hungry, you know, people get pissed. But and then we had a good time. We met some good people. I saw a lot of old faces too, so that was really nice. A lot of couple people I used to work with back in the day. And, Tasha was there. She came by with her family. Happened to be her son's 18th birthday, so I hooked him up with some Nerdco shirts.
Yeah,
but you know,
he's very happy.
Yeah, oh yeah, happiest kid ever. But and then you know, it's kind of funny. We do these shows and we have shop shirts with our name and Nerdco on it. And of course we don't have our real names on them, but Rob was sitting down on his side and I saw these two girls were looking at a case. So I just happened to walk by because, you know, we're all tired. It was the end of the day. And I go up and go, hey, you know, I do my normal thing. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you need anything. And this girl looked right at my shirt and she goes, do people really call you that? And she's going, you know, to my Sleazy name badge. I said, they've been calling me that since my senior year of high school. And you like being called that? And I'm like thinking in my head, like, why don't you take whatever stuck up your ass out and get the fuck away from my tables? Because I don't even want your money, you know, if you're going to be this little stuck up, you know, bitch and ask me stupid questions, you know. Obviously, I don't mind being called that if I have it on my fucking shirt, you know.
Yeah.
But
be like, oh crap, somebody put shithead on my name badge. How'd that happen?
Right. Now, if I had shithead or something, you know, maybe that would be like, no, I'm being disciplined for being an idiot or something. Like, obviously, it's a nickname, and obviously, I own it and I go by it if I'm wearing it with pride.
You fucking moron.
But yeah, just so I'm better than you because, you know, you have this name, you know. It was kind of like, and she saw my name and she kind of like stepped back like that, you know, like,
you man slut.
You mean to tell me people call you that? Yes, they do. And I tried to explain, you know, I was like, you know, everybody gets nicknames at some point and there's nothing you can do about it. Once somebody hears it, it catches like a wildfire and you're stuck with it. You might as well just own up with it or be unhappy for the rest of your life every time that person sees you and calls you that.
I'm surprised you try to explain it to her. Like, I would just give up. At that
well, I'm usually pretty polite to people when they come up.
Yeah, but it's
even if they're like really smart aleck with me like that. And I was totally cool with her. You heard it. I know. I was like, hey, you know, what's up? Let me know if you need anything. I mean, I wasn't hitting on her or anything. She probably thought that, but
it's just Sleazy.
Like, honey, don't flatter yourself. Just keep on fucking stepping. But
the hatred.
Yeah, so that was, you know, I wouldn't say it was the highlight of my day, but it was just like, really, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
One of the annoying parts of the day besides being hot.
I think having Jason around would have been the highlight, honestly.
Oh my God.
I mean, Jason was there, but he was, you know, everybody was hot and miserable.
He was more docile when he's hot and miserable.
Yeah, like he just sat there and
Now, when we're setting up, he's very lively.
Yeah. He did yell at a woman across the hall, across from the other side of us. And she had this big purse, and he was like, "Hey, you got any water balloons in there?" And you could see she's like kind of like ignoring him and not turning around. And I'm like, dude.
She starts to speed up.
I'm like, dude, like you probably shouldn't yell that at a woman.
Any water balloons in there?
Why not? Why not? I'm just like, Jason, you shouldn't yell that at a woman.
It'd be funny if that was the girl. She's like, oh my God, there's that guy there.
She could think
Sleazy.
you're talking about her boobs,
Yeah.
anything. Like that just comes off totally the wrong way. You know what I mean?
That is great. That is classic, Jason. I love it.
Where does that even come from, though? Like, where did he even get? I mean, it's
Yeah, where
Jason,
did water
so I shouldn't
balloons come?
fucking ask. But
I'm taking it because he was hot and
It's Jason.
he wanted a water balloon to hit him in the face to cool down.
I hope he donates his brain to science when he goes. I really do. I love Jason.
We should get a will going for him, like, and donate.
We
his
should
brain
sign
or
him
something.
up for something like
I'd like to know how their brain works. I love it.
dude. I mean, Jason is the best dude ever. Like, and I'm just gonna tell you what kind of person Jason is. Friday night we set up, and then I'm like, hey, you know, Rob, did you drive with me in the U-Haul? And I was like, I didn't want to drive the U-Haul back. You know, I just wanted to save a couple bucks if I could. And I was like, hey, Jason, you mind driving us back to the house? And he goes, no problem. So we're heading out, and you can see this car looks like it drove into the woods a little bit, because, you know, you drive back into these wooded area to get to the complex. And this guy's holding a baby outside the car, and Jason stopped, rolled the window down. He goes, hey, buddy, you in trouble? You need any help or anything? And guy's like, no, the car just broke down. I'm waiting on a tow truck. Thanks for stopping, though. And I'm like, damn, dude, I wouldn't have stopped for shit. I'd have just kept going. So, I mean, that's what kind of person Jason is. But Jason, he's got the best heart I've ever known out of anybody. Whenever you need something, he's there. He doesn't complain. I mean, he ain't afraid of hard work, and he's just always there along for the ride.
It's like a caveman.
Just for something to do, you know?
Why not, buddy? Yeah. This is how he is.
Yeah. Well, I don't have shit going on. I'll come out.
Yeah, why not? It's with you guys, so fuck it. Yeah.
But for those of you, Jason is the soundbite of the laugh that we play all the time. That's Jason. He's the laughing guy. We got to come up with a nickname for him.
Then we call him Giggles or something, or Captain.
You
Captain
called him.
Caveman.
You called him Chuckles the other day. We should call him Chuckles.
Yeah.
I think Chuckles is a good name for him because he's always chuckling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. What do we got here? Hold on. Oh man, whose stomach was that? It's the best,
I
man.
just start laughing.
You could be in the worst mood ever, and you can hear that laugh, and it just bring you right the fuck up.
We've told this story before, but I'll tell it again real quick about going to see, what was it with Christopher Walken and Colin Farrell or whatever.
Oh,
I forget what it was called now.
Was it Seven Psychopaths?
Seven Psychopaths, yes.
And there's a story, and there's a part where earlier in the movie, Christopher Walken, I think, tells a story about somebody getting their head blown off.
Yeah.
So toward the end of the movie, they tee it up because somebody's about to get their head blown off, and they start like closing in on the person's face.
You just see this guy standing there, and they start like panning in on his face.
And before it even happens, Jason just starts cracking up.
You just start like the theater is completely quiet, and you just hear. And we're both in tears in the back because he's right next.
We start laughing. I think there's a couple people up front.
The row, like the two rows in front of us, are fucking cracking up, looking back.
Everybody's just cracking up before it's even happened, just because Jason started laughing, and it was great.
Well, quick story too. I was at the store one time, and I look over, here's Jason. He starts singing to me loud as he can be.
Oh yeah,
with his headphones in. I was like, I didn't know how to. I was like, hey, what's up, buddy? And he just started singing. I was like, oh my god.
When we worked at the store, you could hear that laugh from across the building, like over the PA music, and I mean, it's great, man.
It's not an exaggerated laugh. That's how the motherfucker laughs.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's his laugh.
It's just loud and
boisterous,
just joyful laugh. Yeah. But man, the dude is awesome, man. We got to get. I want him to come on here, but I think he gets a little nervous and shy.
Well, he did great at the trivia we did.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was on.
He was fucking with me too. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, he talked shit to everybody, literally.
May God have mercy on your soul. So
Yeah, we have an extra mic still, so we'll get him over here eventually. But yeah, so we got that CORGS Con in. And if you're in the Columbus area or the other areas, check it out. It's usually in May. So it used to do it last week of May, first week of June. Now it seems like it's the second week of June. But I think that corgscon.com is their website. And Gary Carnucci runs that. So he's a good guy. If you ever want to get a table and sell some shit there, that's who you'd be talking to.
Is there a retro game or system you guys would like to have that you don't?
That I don't? I don't know because I have the Switch now.
Mm-hmm. Switch is good about getting some of those old collections.
And you can
stuff.
you can go online and like almost all the games I want to play are online.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having like a Super Nintendo again.
Mm-hmm.
And having like King Griffey's Home Run Derby and some other classics on that.
If anything, I would say probably N64. I just remember playing so many games. I loved N64.
I still have my N64 and my Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm. Dreamcast. There you go.
I remember playing UFC on Dreamcast.
I also forgot, before we get into anything, we've got Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. So this is the Circle K exclusive.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Robzilla traveled far and wide to get this.
I did.
As
Down the street.
Bill and Ted say, strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
he had to fight a crackhead for this.
I did. That was tough. You put up a good fight.
They got that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has a bundle coming out later at the end of the year with
Like
some of the older games and
It
stuff.
has all the games. Yeah.
Like the arcade and everything. I'm looking forward to that.
I do want to get the new Ninja Turtles game. It's Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
It's straight up like Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Turtles in Time, man.
Yeah.
You be in Chuck E. Cheese like, Dad, give me $20. I'm going to be gone.
It's all going on this game.
Yeah, nowhere else but the
That,
game.
that and the Simpsons game.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. That was it. Well, I guess in this one,
Or the
it's-
X-Men game.
Oh yeah. Because in this game, you can actually be April or Splinter,
Mhm.
and it's the exact same setup and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Is that what it's
Thunder.
called?
Yep. It's right there, Purple Thunder.
All right. Let's give it a taste. We got to do it like wine snobs and like.
No salute.
Go around.
No.
Slurp it.
toast.
Get your bouquet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the
No toast.
Shalom.
Salam or whatever. I don't know. What the fuck that is.
You did the what was they used to do on the man show? Ziggy 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 ziggy. Oi oi oi.
Yeah. That show was pretty funny.
Then that old man went down like the fucking beers left
Yeah.
and right. I mean, it tastes like a great
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
it
it. I wish they'd bottle this shit.
Mm-hmm. It's not
Well,
bad.
they
Pack
did.
it up in a 12 pack.
Yeah, grape. Maybe it's kind of a berry.
Yeah. I like this a lot better than what we had last show.
Yeah.
What do
Did you get the Dr. Pepper yet?
No, the Dr. Pepper berry. I haven't tried that one yet.
No,
Berry
I didn't
Dr.
even know it
Pepper.
was out. Where
It's
can you
for
get
Jurassic Park. It's dark berry or blackberry or some
Okay.
shit.
it? Okay. I might have to get a 12 pack of that.
Well, they have a new Mountain Dew too, like Mountain Dew Legend or something like that, or something.
Oh, yeah. That's at Beat Ups.
Okay.
They're doing like a Long Island Mountain Dew.
Long Island.
Oh.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Long Island.
So, what did you think of the Mountain Dew Purple Thunder?
Like a grape or a berry Mountain Dew. Not a really strong taste to it.
Purple Thunder. Ooh.
It was good.
By the way, that's
You want it topped off, anybody?
that is Robzilla's OnlyFans. By the way,
Purple Thunder.
yeah, go to
Purple Thunder.
onlyfans.com/Purple Thunder. That's
It's
Robzilla.
more like Green Thunder, like what's up, Robzilla? That's
He he will. His
You gonna
lawyer will
take-
be sending
you
a
gonna
cease and
take it.
desist to Mountain Dew.
You're gonna take that dick. You're gonna take that dick.
That's Rob. That's Rob's new favorite sound.
I love Paul Rudd.
All right, I think it's decent.
Yeah,
Not bad.
A lot better than the flaming hot one or
Well,
whatever.
That's not
Like,
sugar
Twin
free.
Hot wasn't bad. Yeah.
You need to
That's why I
adjust
just-
anything, or
What's that?
it's not sugar free. Does he need to
Rob needs to
adjust
shoot up here real
anything?
quick.
Or,
I think Rob shot up before
I
the
shot
show.
up before the show.
okay.
Yeah, he shoots up after he eats.
Shoot up.
So,
Had to tap the vein. Like,
are you ever gonna get like an insulin pump?
no, I feel like that's gonna get fucking torn off me somehow.
Really?
I just feel like it will. Like I won't have like the.
Your arms can't reach it to knock it off. So what's the problem?
Well, I can reach the side of it. I just can't.
Muzz sent me a picture of a lady walking around in the mall, like outside the shop, obviously, and she was in no means, she shouldn't have been wearing a belly shirt, but she had a belly shirt on, and you could see her insulin pump coming out of her kidney into the, clipped on the side of her jeans, and then she had her belly hanging out. And it's just like, man, people are brave, man. They got confidence. That's all I'm going to say.
I do give them that. I respect that, but
yeah, I'd have had the baggy shirt on, and
yeah,
I wouldn't be walking around the mall like that, waiting for somebody to pick on me.
hey, fatty.
Right. All right. So moving along, crazy news. Speed through this shit real quick. All right. Here we go. Got to find it in our groups real quick.
Man charged with wife's murder wins primary election. Is that the one we're going to be speaking about?
I don't know. Is that the one are we going to be speaking about?
That is one of them. Yes. Yes. It's
Hasn't your
You can read
producer
whatever you
set
want.
all
I
this
don't
up?
care. What's that?
Hasn't your producer set all this up?
No. What happened to you? We can't see you.
Me?
Oh my God.
It's really dark in your room. There you go.
You're like,
Oh, because the only light is off my monitor. So if I switch my monitor to a different screen,
Oh.
here, I'll turn my light on. Hang on.
Well, it just scared me. I looked over and it's dark. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it
what the
was
fuck's
like-
happening?
it was pitch black in there.
He's got caught by a fucking
It's
demon.
because I'm sitting back in my chair, and if I change my screen to a different tab or a different window, hang on.
Looks like Zordon back there.
He does.
Alpha.
Red Ranger, you have been
Tommy.
you have been
found
indicted
guilty of committing fraud.
for PPP loans.
How could you do this to us, Jason?
Jason, the federal government has indicted you. Please report to court.
Hand over your morpher, please.
Okay, Lebanon, Indiana. An Indiana man who is currently in jail reportedly is one of 3 winners in the GOP primary and will appear on this year's ballot for township board seat. Andrew Will Hoyt. I think I just nailed that last name. Will Hoyt,
Well, hoit.
39, is awaiting trial for the murder of his wife, Elizabeth Nikki Will Hoyt, according to WXIN News. He was reportedly arrested in March. Nikki's body was pulled from a creek after her husband told deputies he dumped her there after striking her with a flower pot during a fight outside their home. During Tuesday's Republican primary for Clinton Township Board seat, Will Hoyt received 60 votes, 21.74%, placing him behind the only other 2 candidates. Since 3 candidates could win the nomination and only 3 candidates ran, all 3 won. WTHR News explains no Democrats ran in the primary for Clinton Township Board. WXIN News reports. Wow. Imagine that. Like you just.
What a wild ride.
Yep. What if he's just in jail and he wins?
Well, God told him to do it, so that's why that's why he won.
He's fighting the good fight, brother. That's all you need to know.
I guess so. Good for him, I guess. I don't know.
He's going to be fighting Joe Biden from inside the jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Hot Sauce is just on a fucking roll with these crazy news ones. I did see this one.
because Rob won't.
Yeah, he's a fucking dude. Don't even get me started. I'm so disappointed.
He secretly hates me. He acts like
he clocks out
It
for
doesn't
work.
sound secret to me.
He gets off work and it's like the world is ending. Like he needs to go pout and go sleep and take a nappy on the couch.
Right.
And he doesn't do anything. He doesn't watch any shows, anything to keep up with the show. He's not looking for anything. And when he does submit something, it's a fucking trailer.
I was excited.
Do you have this one open?
Which one are you talking about?
Deputy runs over a sunbather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one here.
It's just like I
you
suck
can
at
read it.
reading. I just Mr. P.
Just sit there and enjoy the ride that we take you on.
Hey, seatbelts on, motherfucker. Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Don't see a lot on this one. I think it's more of a video.
Yeah, I think it is. But you can just read the.
Let me see if I can.
Actually, I can just play though. We should be able to get away with playing this.
Office investigating an accident involving one of their own. A deputy on patrol who apparently didn't see a 23-year-old woman sunbathing on St. Pete Beach when he ran her over.
Wow, that's terrible.
These are photos sent to us by someone who was there Wednesday. He wanted to remain anonymous, but said they had to help lift the SUV off of the woman.
Fuck.
Investigators say the deputy was speaking to several people on the beach when he was dispatched to a 911 hang-up call at another location. The deputy then made a right turn from his parked position when he struck the 23-year-old woman while she was laying on her back in the sand. According to investigators, the front side tire of the Chevy Tahoe drove over her right side and back. We are told she had non-life-threatening injuries, but was rushed to a nearby hospital as a precaution. The accident troubling to people here on vacation.
I mean, that's horrible. I
no
would think,
shit.
you know, the officer should have really been looking which way he was going if somebody was laying on the ground.
It's unclear if the deputy has been put on leave while they investigate. The Pinellas Sheriff's Office says they didn't want to do an interview Thursday because it's an active investigation. The whole ordeal has people
We're
here
fucking
asking
embarrassed, okay?
whether large SUVs should be used at all for non-emergency routine patrols.
They should. I mean,
This guy.
it's dangerous, you know, be driving around where people is laying down.
Hey, you said
It's a
it,
true
buddy.
statement right there.
I mean, why would you want to be driving around on it? Why are they driving vehicles on the beach? You know, don't they should have like a little road in front of the beach where they can drive and then get out. And,
It even says they've got, you know, ATVs. You see cops
Yeah, I
driving ATVs up and down the
I
beach.
see that mostly.
the guy was like, it's horrible.
It was bad, not good.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, it just pushed the girl down in the sand. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic when I'm saying that, but they said she didn't have like terrible injuries. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing she's not like paralyzed from it. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that'd be a big
what-
lawsuit. She's
Hey,
gonna
Jane,
win.
what did you do on your vacation? I was sunbathing and this motherfucker ran me over.
He didn't even have the
Truck
lights on his
stick by a
TV.
paddy wagon.
Yeah. A cop ran me the fuck over. It'd be like that skit in Dave Chappelle where Samuel L. Jackson's like, a shark fucking ate me.
No, I can't stop yelling because that's how I talk.
Yeah. Man, that's just terrible. You go out, you want to get a little sun, some vitamin D, enjoy your day, look at the nice ocean, and a fucking cop runs you over.
A daily dose of rubber from them fucking tires.
Pay the fuck attention, dude.
It's like, you know, people are laying down, like, you know.
I gotta imagine there's like they're scattered everywhere, you
Yeah.
know, so you can't really drive, you know.
I don't
What?
this I'm looking up other articles talking about it, and I don't know why this is kind of funny, but it's from an article the Washington Post does, and it says Brian, Brien, the 58-year-old deputy, was hired by the sheriff's office in 2013. He did not suffer any injuries, police said. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
He's more traumatized by almost killing someone.
What would he
vehicle?
Would the bump from the lady like make him jump into the windshield?
I got out the car pretty quick and hit my head on the top of the car.
Air flag. What was it? The airbag deployed?
Yeah.
A little too early.
I caught one right in the face from the airbag.
I'm all right though. I'm all right.
Man. All right. Moving along here. Authorities. Man died from heart attack while burying woman he strangled. Talk about irony, right? Authorities found Joseph Anthony McKinnon's body Saturday after neighbors called and reported an unconscious man in the yard. Okay, Trenton, South Carolina. A 60-year-old man who strangled his girlfriend died of a heart attack. Holy shit. While burying her in their South Carolina backyard, investigators said. Deputies found Joseph Anthony McKinnon's body Saturday after neighbors called and reported an unconscious man in the yard in Trenton. The Edgefield County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. As they investigated McKinnon's death, deputies found a body wrapped in trash bags in a freshly dug hole and determined it was his girlfriend, Patricia Ruth Dent, 65, investigators said. An autopsy on Dent determined she had been strangled, and neighbors told officers they saw McKinnon digging a hole in his yard the day before, deputies said. Holy shit. That's some like burb shit right there.
Yeah.
An autopsy on McKinnon determined he died of a heart attack. Deputies said it appeared he was nearly done filling the grave when he set the shovel down, walked away, and collapsed. Whoa. I mean, is that just like karma, like getting you right then and there?
Who got the last laugh there? Huh?
Right. Exactly. He was like, I'm just gonna bury this bitch in the backyard.
Yeah,
it'll be easy.
Her soul came up and started strangling his heart.
Yeah.
You're gonna die too, motherfucker.
Man, fucking even better off just dumping her in a creek somewhere and going about his business, you know. God, what a crazy world, though. I mean, that's just something. I mean, have you ever heard of that?
Do you think it was just the strenuous activity, or do you think it was the stress of everything?
Probably both. I'd say maybe both.
Yeah, probably a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
The
I mean, he's
physical
left a dead
digging the
body.
hole.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was like, they probably had some fight, and some fights you be like, oh my God, am I having a heart attack? You get that worked up, and he probably did or something, and then killed her, strangling her. Then you fill in. It's hard to dig a fucking hole, and then fill it back in, just by yourself.
Well, then you don't know what kind of health condition he's in before it, like kind of shape. If he had a history of heart problems, anyways, and shouldn't be lifting the body, and that just the strenuous killed him too.
You shouldn't be lifting a dead body in your condition, sir.
Yeah.
You can barely lift a fucking cup, sir.
My cardiologist has never told me I shouldn't move dead bodies around, so my heart must be fine.
Make sure to ask him that next time.
Maybe they should be like
Doc, hypothetical here.
Can I lift a dead body?
If I had to move a dead body after digging a hole for 6 hours, am I cleared to do that?
I don't know why I should say that, Mr. Simons.
Hypothetically.
Oh, I did. I forgot I put this in here. It's Ezra Miller getting arrested.
And assaulted in this bar twice in a row. I film myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art. What's your name? What's your badge number? Tell me your name and your badge number. White key.
Ezra.
Full name, full badge number. Tell me your name and your badge number. Tell me your name and your badge number. Please don't touch me. Tell me your name and your badge number.
Don't touch me.
This is the one where it's like, you touched my penis.
Tell me your name and your badge
White
number
key,
now.
136.
You.
Get off the road.
Central 131.
I'm being arrested for disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
He's got purple pants on, purple tie,
Okay.
navy jacket.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry. You could have took this thing real quick. But no, you want to play the game.
I was complying.
That was a sound.
You wasn't complying.
I was. You said get off the road. I got off the road.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you're
Is
not.
that the whole like, I want your name and badge number. Does that ever work for anything?
Yeah.
You spit in somebody's face.
Some of the cops said they give it to him. Like, it's right here. You just fucking.
I have it on
I
film.
get it. They want it on record or
Okay,
something.
so
I claim my 9th Amendment rights to not be unlawfully persecuted for a crime of no designation.
My 9th Amendment
Disorderly
right.
conduct being
I was
something
just
I'm
traveling.
guilty of. I claim my 4th Amendment rights
Sovereign
to not be
citizen.
searched and seized on no probable cause.
Oh,
Will
geez.
not be able to offer in a court of law. I claim my 4th Amendment rights to not be searched and
Claim
seized.
it.
Please do not touch my ring. Yes, come on. Okay. You'll get it right
Like-
on.
it's like the office.
Amendment rights.
I
to
declare
search and
bankruptcy.
seizure.
That's not how that
Unlawful
works.
without probable cause. I claim my 4th Amendment rights to not be unlawful. Hey, you just touched my penis. Please don't do that. I'm not transgender, non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man. I'm transgender, non-binary, and I don't want to be searched by a man. I claim my 4th Amendment rights. These are Nerf guns, just in case you worry that they're bullets. Those are Nerf bullets.
Thank you for letting
They are fake and they are a toy.
Thank you for
This
letting
is my belt buckle and my Nerf bullets. Please don't
Hear the
take them
cop
from me.
laughing.
The flash ring means a lot to me. No. I got assaulted. And I started-
Sounds like he's out there living the dream, partying, carrying around.
I
Nerf
wish
guns.
you would have said, "Don't maybe use the fucking Speed Force."
Yeah, that's Ezra Miller though. Oh man.
Do you think like the girl in the video or somebody's like pulled him aside and be like, Ezra, you need to cut back, like seriously?
Well, I've said this too. I'm like, where the fuck is this PR at this point? Like, you need to chill the fuck out.
Dude.
You need to rehab.
He's like turning into like years from now, he'll be like people will tell their children about the crazy creature Ezra Miller that terrorized Hawaii.
It'd be like an urban legend.
Yeah, it'll be an urban legend that people tell their kids to get them to go to bed early. Like if you don't go to bed, Ezra Miller will get you.
Purple Man will get
show
you.
up and will show up and shoot you with his Nerf gun.
Yeah, throw a chair at you. Oh man,
shoot you with his Nerf bullets filled with LSD.
He'll throw a chair at you. What do you think about Ezra Miller, Hot Sauce?
Dude's got some issues. Dude's got some issues.
Something ain't right, man. That
Yes.
dude,
So
he needs to go to a doctor and get
needs
evened
something.
out or something. Or, if he's taking too much medication, let's cut him back. If he needs some, let's get him on it.
It sounds like he ain't got enough.
He's throwing his career away.
Yep.
Okay, so the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial resumed this week.
I mean, I'm kind of like with Hot Sauce. Like, I don't really follow it news. I just it's mostly TikTok. I get mine.
I catch.
It's just on the timeline.
Yeah, yeah.
I catch a lot of stuff, but it's not like TikTok or Facebook or news. A lot of news stations are showing clips of it now too
because they think it's hilarious.
Getting them ratings.
Yeah.
But there's a new star in the Johnny Depp trial, and it's his lawyer. What's her name?
Was it Camila or something like that?
Yeah, Camila something. Look it up, producer.
That's what I'm doing.
Don't just stare at me. Do your job.
Like a deer in the headlights. He just sees that car coming and just stands there.
I know, dude. What the fuck? What are we gonna do with you?
I have no idea.
Camille Vasquez.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but goddamn, man, I'm gonna be on the news. Have a heart attack.
Camila Vasquez, yeah.
World-renowned podcaster.
No, fuck him. No, I'm cutting you off. I said it. You're like, yeah, that sounds right. Kyle's like, yeah, I think that's it. 32 seconds later, there's Camille Vasquez. I looked it up. Motherfucker, I looked it
I
up.
wasn't acting like I said it, like I was the one who
So
got
how
it
many
right.
times did
Like Robzilla, I need confirmation stat.
Oh my god.
So is it Camille Vasquez?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, she's the new star because she is cross-examining Amber Heard's testimony. So this is what the second week that Amber Heard's been up there.
Fake crying and bullshit.
Yeah,
I think that was the thing. They took like a week break or whatever, and then they started her testimony.
And I just don't find her believable at all.
She started out right, and like the very first thing she said, people were saying was some quote from a movie or two movies.
Yeah,
it's like Jude
one
Law
of them
or
was
something, yeah.
one of them was a Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah.
About the sun. Johnny was, when things were good, it was the sunrise, and when things were bad, it was the sunset.
Like this bitch is quoting movies.
Yeah. But anyways, I found this clip.
Came from your new boyfriend, Elon Musk, right?
Oh shit.
That's not my question. Please.
It's not my
Try
question.
to answer my question. Those $500,000 payments came from your new boyfriend, Elon Musk, right? So in October of 2018, you had received your entire $7 million divorce settlement. You agree with me?
That is correct.
That is correct.
And you hadn't yet been sued by Mr. Depp.
This is October. Correct.
So in this October 2018 interview, you said that
She makes the excuse that she hasn't paid the donations that she pledged because Johnny Depp has sued her.
I've pledged it though.
That's correct.
And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was
$7 million.
donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote. Right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
How is it incorrect?
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms. Heard,
settlement, $7
that's
million
not my
to charity, and
She doesn't
I
understand.
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Heard,
those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million donated, not pledged, donated. The $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They
But
are
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
She is
Ms.
vicious
Heard,
up there.
respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated,
Still donated.
paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
How hard was it to just say that from like the beginning?
Apparently very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they could have just been, have you paid that? Like, no, I haven't paid it yet.
Yeah. Like,
When you start doing that, it doesn't help your case.
and how ignorant is she to be like, oh, I consider that to be the same thing.
No.
A pledge and an actual donation are two different things, lady. I can pledge that I'm going to donate $500 for somebody's, what are they? You remember those steps that people used to do? They used to run for whatever. There was a whole episode on The Office where Michael did it.
Yeah,
or
to run. Yeah.
What was it? Something's Kids.
Yeah. And Michael pledged way more than he could afford.
Right.
It's not the same thing. Like, man, she is a colossal idiot. And
she tries so hard to cry and then no tears come out.
And
It's
like
hilarious.
the fact that her lawyers let her go up there and they have to know that that's coming right at her to discredit her character.
And they don't even try to do anything.
She's
Stop
not
it
even
either.
prepared for it.
Yeah.
But man, I just don't think there's, tons of videos. She's cried up there now after the first day when they said she wasn't showing enough emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Then she cried when she told the story about how Johnny, I don't know how you want to put it, raped her with the bottle of alcohol. But it is, I don't know, man. And I know like a lot of like law experts say that Johnny's going to lose this because of his body language. And he's acting like he's ignorant and stuff. But I'm like, who could listen to this and award her any money?
Yeah.
He definitely seems to be winning like the public,
Public opinion.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely winning that in the crowd that he has every day waiting out there for him. And
I cooked them breakfast. I made them all waffles.
yeah, he didn't do that.
I know, but shit was hilarious though.
And they tried to go out and ask people to catch him in a lie and make him look like an ass. And they're like, it's a joke, dude.
Are you sure that Johnny did not do that, did he?
Did she just say the other day that she got she lost her Aquaman 2 contract? She doesn't even know how much she's going to be in the movie now.
They cut it down
Yeah.
significantly.
She doesn't even know what the final cuts are going to be or what her part is even going to be in the movie.
I think she maybe has 10 minutes screen time or something like that.
And she has a major role in the first one.
Yeah, she made it a point to say, yeah, after all this, I'm losing my role in Aquaman.
And he lost how much money and what roles?
Yeah.
As well?
You know what? My heart pumps piss for you, lady. Maybe you should have just like shut the fuck up and not made a big deal about all this. And you'd have had your role in Aquaman still.
Johnny came and looked at me. I told her I would never look at her again.
Yeah. I like how they tried to make that like a thing, like he's ashamed. He can't even look at her.
You don't want to look at her.
There's a recording of him saying he's never going to look at her again.
You will never see my eyes again.
He said, I don't want to look at her. He's talking to his lawyer. His lawyer's laughing.
And I like how his lawyers bust her out. They're like, you've been staring at Johnny a lot in this trial, haven't you? And she goes, yeah. She crying over him and everything else. And it's like, what do you like? What did you think was going to happen out of all this? Like, you cost a big time actor money. You think he was going to take the shit and disappear? Like, no, he wants his money.
No one's going to believe you, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny.
You're not an abuser. I
didn't punch you. I open hand slapped you. Okay. Big difference.
Yeah, she's got like it's like that whole donation thing. Like you have to think that her lawyer just said, "Look, just be upfront about it. You've pledged it. You don't have the money to donate yet, but
you've donated what you can, but you still have to donate the rest."
When you try to be evasive like that, you look like you're trying to hide it instead of just being like, "Yeah, I haven't had it to donate yet."
Yeah, she's such. I mean, she just doesn't come off believable. Like.
What's the one where she looks like she's crying and she stops so they could take a picture?
Yeah, she stops and like literally poses for the picture.
You're like, okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude. It's something else.
Yeah, I still maintain that they're both just kind of terrible people.
Yeah, I think I mean, obviously he had a drug and alcohol problem during this, and I think she contributed to it because they showed a picture of like this glass, and I guess he said that she would have him a big cup of fucking whiskey when he would come home every day. So, I mean, she was encouraging all this stuff. She wasn't like she was said she was wanting him to quit and all this. She was encouraging it. She wanted the dude to self-destruct so she could make it, this whole, she could capitalize on the, the Me Too movement, I think.
Yeah.
But did Johnny do some terrible things to her or say some terrible things? Obviously, there's recordings of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were both dysfunctional. I mean, but it's just two shitty people that shouldn't have been together.
And she's just the more violent of the two.
Yeah.
And he's just the more docile verbal abuser.
Yeah. But you never, like, you don't hear, like, did his ex-wife ever come out and say terrible things about him after their divorce?
I haven't heard anything.
Kids have never said anything bad. I mean, past girlfriends, I've never heard say anything bad, but I don't know. I mean, you always knew Johnny was into drugs and shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he always has been.
Yeah. It's Hollywood, but I don't know. This is quite one for the times,
Yes, it is.
It's something else. But you notice COVID isn't around anymore. Ukraine isn't around anymore.
It's all about Johnny.
It's Johnny Depp and baby formula right now.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny.
But I guess I don't know how true this is, but Robert Downey Jr. wants him to be in Sherlock Holmes 3.
That's why I read
an article saying something like that
too.
I really hope he gets a second chance. I mean, he seems like a decent guy. I mean,
he doesn't seem bad. I mean,
no.
He's kind of fucked up, but I mean,
seems like they'd both just be better off to just like settle and be like, yes, we've both done,
Right,
we're both shitty
right.
people.
how about we just pay
So
for
are a lot of other people.
Let's just pay for our lawyer costs and stuff and then just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the pride thing is on the line right now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I don't think Johnny's gonna fucking back down, and she sure as hell isn't backing down.
Yeah.
But if she wins, they should just give her a fucking Oscar because ain't nothing she's saying up there true. I don't think.
Shit. I don't know if she can get an Oscar for that.
They've already caught her in a couple lies.
Yeah.
And did you see where they the lawyer, she goes and she catches her under deposition. She admits to leaking their divorce to TMZ.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So how do you think these other, the videos got leaked to TMZ? TMZ owns like the copyrights to the one video, I think, of him freaking out in the kitchen, pouring the mega pint of glass or wine. So, I mean, how did they get that first? She had to have leaked a lot of shit to them. And she totally admitted it in the one that,
deposition.
Yeah, whatever it's called. But yeah, I they're both not perfect people, but it's obvious. It's obvious that she's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
literally. And I mean, he's no Boy Scout, but
he just wants his rum.
Yeah,
and pills.
Yeah.
But Disney don't give him what was it 300 llamas or something like that, or
some bullshit.
Whatever he fucking said. I
want 300 llamas.
I wouldn't play in Pirates 6 if they gave me 300 llamas. That's funny. People are bringing llamas outside the courthouse.
Well, I tell you what, Johnny. When you're hurting for money, you'll play that Pirates Caribbean if you need that money.
He's got to be money,
but he owns so many houses and like he just blows it. So
yeah, he owns property everywhere.
Yeah, I know he's got, I think, some in France as well.
France, Colorado, LA. I mean,
it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of dudes have seen his the one place that him and Amber Heard owned.
Oh yeah.
I like she said
Franco was up there.
Yeah, Franco was up there.
That's another thing they caught her in, where she was like crying on the stand, like, I wanted the locks changed. I was in fear for my life.
But she's hanging out with James
And then
Franco.
they had another guy that was a neighbor. He was like, there was countless dudes going in and out of there every night Depp was gone. So, I mean, it's like this chick has to have no credibility. I just can't see them. I can't see them awarding her anything.
Where's James Franco at this point?
I wonder if they just say, the jury says, can they do this? Can they, vote it down and on both of their parts to where nobody gets anything? And it's just a big waste of time.
That or
I thought like stuff like defamation suits and like libel suits were always kind of hard to prove.
Yeah, I always thought, even like those like fucking Judge Judy ones, they're always kind of hard to prove. And those,
like because she wrote the op-ed or whatever, and she never named him specifically.
But you can put 2 and 2 together.
I think that's where it kind of, the person has to be named, or you kind of figure, like you said, two together, but they're not really saying their name, but it needs to be said. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's almost like Depp is playing it for the public.
Yeah.
Like even if he doesn't win the actual trial, he's going to have a lot of goodwill.
I think that might even be like him as the win situation.
It might be him saving his career.
Yeah.
And let's just put it that way.
I don't even think that's at the point of this is just the money. I think it's saving his face and career.
Future money.
Yeah.
We'll say that. Future money in projects.
Well, because he even said on stage, he's like, even if I won this, he's like, I'm still going to be looked at as a woman beater.
Yeah.
And it's going to carry with me. So at least with the public, he saves face.
Yeah. It's a big PR stunt. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's getting out his SUV all happy. Listening to Bob Marley.
Hot Sauce is watching it all day long too.
Yep.
What I do, you can tell. You can tell.
He's part of the unemployment crew that just wakes up and they're like, "Oh shit, the trial's about to get started."
He's out there cleaning the pool with his phone on and up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Phone shutting off because it's getting too hot.
Yeah, you got a little tablet up on the little pool table, and he's like, "Oh shit, Amber's about to say something. Shut up, shut up,
Johnny." Shut up, bitch.
I was scared of my life. I wanted the locks changed.
All I did was drink and sleep all day.
Shut
Call
up,
me a fat ass.
You gonna take it? You gonna take that dick?
That's James Franco.
You gonna take that dick?
That's Elon. She was like, "Can you pay the donations I pledged?"
It's like, well, maybe we can do that. And then he starts. You see his eyes moving all fast because he's thinking.
Yeah.
It's computing.
Did you hear he got there's something going on where SpaceX, what do you call him? Flight attendant
said he
propositioned her for sex on the plane,
like exposed himself.
Yeah,
like they paid her like $250,000 or something.
You had to
like
be quiet or something like that.
I don't know. I don't see him doing that. I think he's a little too weird.
Look, when you're rich, you can point your penis to wherever you want.
Too.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want when you're rich.
I guess
I'm not like if I was rich and I thought like every girl wanted me, it probably happened to anybody.
The man hangs out with Amber Heard, so he thinks he's going to get away with anything.
Yeah,
I'm sure she was like, "Do this, and you can do this."
You heard of Amber Heard, right? Well, do what she does.
He doesn't give a shit. He's got enough money to make things go away.
Yeah,
maybe not forever, but
I mean, it's at what point when you're that rich, you just don't fucking care. Like, hey, I want you to touch my dick. I'll give you $1 million.
It's called fuck you money.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
John Goodman.
Well, kind of in their mind, they're like, oh, of course she's going to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Elon Musk.
We're on a plane. There's no way she'll say no because she can't go anywhere.
Well, I thought I saw an article that said she was part of the crew or something, but they told her to get take a massage class or get a massage license or something so she could give him a massage on the flight or whatever. And you're like,
wow.
I don't know. Wouldn't you kind of be like right there, like, I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't have much of a choice, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that.
You'll touch Elon when we tell you to touch him.
All right. So we got two things left. We have the Ozark series finale. I think Rob and I are the only ones that have watched that. Hot Sauce, you haven't watched it, have you?
I haven't watched any Ozark ever. None.
God,
Zero.
Damn.
What a fantastic show.
You're missing out, man.
It's one of the best shows. Yeah.
It's definitely probably the best show Netflix has put out aside from Stranger Things. But
in terms of drama, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than Mindhunter?
Yeah. I'd say so.
That caused pause there, though.
It's Mindhunter is a fucking great show.
Mindhunter doesn't have the depth to kind of compare it to.
It doesn't have the stress because you can watch this show and be fucking stressed out.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're gonna have panic.
And Jason Bateman, I mean, everybody gives a performance. There's some fine acting in this show.
Yeah.
All the way around. But Jason Bateman is one cool motherfucker in this show as Marty Bird. But I mean, they keep getting into deeper and deeper shit. It's like Breaking Bad almost. Like they just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper into a world they don't understand. And then all of a sudden they understand the world they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start taking that world over. But there's still some trouble,
Yeah.
But man, I mean, a lot of people hated his wife in it after a while.
He kind of thinks that she's the main problem.
But I was like, man, Wendy's fucking working it.
Dude,
Wendy knew the bigger picture.
Well, it's just like they're all calm and smiling. And they walk away like this fucking cocksucker, and they're they get so pissed.
After a while, Jason Bateman is playing Marty Bird as his character, but after a while, he's playing the feds. He's playing the fucking cartel.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing the local fucking assholes in this town,
the fucking stick hillbillies.
Yeah,
and everything.
He's got one problem after another, and he's just going through loops trying to figure each and everything out.
I don't know how that dude gets sleep at all.
Right.
Jesus
Right.
Christ. I feel like I would never sleep.
And every episode is just like really tense.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it ends and you're like, I got to keep going. I got to keep going.
It's probably one of the most like stressful shows I've watched because what it is just his character is so cool about it. And you're like, there's no way I could be that calm in that type of situation.
The kids are involved in this shit, and the kids are making their own fucking mistakes and causing issues for them. I mean, it just keeps fucking going and going and going.
Yeah.
And this family's so fucked up, but somehow they just keep fucking getting lucky, and they're one step ahead.
We're playing their cards right.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. And they get into like what was it? Halfway through the series, they get into gambling.
Yeah.
And then they get into politics on top of that, and they are working every angle that they can.
Well, we'll give you these 2 states and you fund this for this, and we'll run this money through that. And,
oh man, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I mean, I like the ending too.
I was a little bit more shocked with the ending, I would say.
I was like, about fucking time. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just saying about fucking time.
I saw people posting about it, and it seemed like a lot of them were kind of not upset maybe, but weren't really into whatever the finale was.
I'm just a little surprised, I would say, but I'm not. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But do I want more? I do. That's just me being selfish.
I'm always wanting the bad guy to get away with shit. So, for me, I'm just
let's just put it this way: never do business with the birds.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say. Well, just listen to us with this offer. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Well, just one meeting.
We want to take care of your problems.
Yeah. So let us help you out. There's no issue to you. Nothing happens to you. I doubt that. They're like, shut your fucking mouth, Wendy.
Yeah.
And they get so pissed at her. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, the show, it from the beginning all the way to the end is just stress.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned. Like, I know it sounds terrible. Like a normal person listening to this would be like, well, I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to watch that show, but I mean, it has you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Like every fucking, like, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, look, we had a
lot of
meeting.
people have said it's really good. I've heard a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal show. It's not good. It's a phenomenal show.
Well, Jason Bateman was supposed to actually like direct most of it, but he just did like a couple and then did the acting for it. So
man, he's really coming to his own.
The memes on there on like Facebook, like I want that Marty Bird chill.
And the girl that plays Ruth, I just talked about at the beginning, everybody gives a phenomenal performance. The girl that played Ruth, she really should win some type of award.
Well, she was on that Creating Anna too. That
she played that too. She was good in that too.
Dude, because Tracy starts doing that voice. I'm like, stop it with that fucking
You
voice.
look like a paw.
Julia Gardner.
Yeah. She's good though. She's really good. She plays a little because where is it that they go? And
well, of course, it's called the Ozarks.
Yeah, the Ozarks.
Yeah, she's like this. Her last name is Langmore. They're like known as.
But
like,
is it the Ozarks that they actually go to?
Yeah, it actually is.
What's the little town that they go to?
Actual name of it. It's in Missouri. I know.
Yeah,
that.
Missouri.
Yeah, it's by the lake.
Yeah.
So,
but they go there, and this girl, she's trailer trash. I mean, let's be.
I don't know
honest.
fuck about shit.
Yeah, she's got that.
I've seen people doing.
She's
that,
got the twang, and she's cussing. She's a badass. She doesn't care. And after a while, she starts killing motherfuckers, and
she starts learning stuff from Marty. And
yeah, she's a full-fledged badass towards the end. And you're like, God damn! But
you're like, I'm feeling Ruth now.
Yeah, I mean, between all this, and then on top of that, there's this family that runs heroin out of their farm, and it's just one thing after another. Like, they get one problem fixed, and then 2 more big fucking problems pop up.
And so, well, there's a couple parts too, but like, there's a couple parts with Marty that he's so chill, but then like, there's a couple parts where he gets in the face with like some mafia with like the cartel.
Yeah.
He's like, you fucking thank me, and I'm like, this guy will cut you into pieces, and like, this guy's got some balls.
Jason Bateman's a badass in this, though.
He is.
I don't know if I would say his performance is better than Bryan Cranston's in Breaking Bad, because
it's probably top tier. It's top tier.
It's like really close to Bryan Cranston. So If you haven't watched Ozarks, get to it. Get that fucking Netflix subscription up
before Netflix is gone.
Yeah.
Before Netflix is gone,
Gets bought by
watch
somebody.
it. Yeah, watch it. Take a fucking week off work and just fucking watch it. Watch it all. One sitting. Okay. I think that's all we got to say about Ozark, though.
Watch it.
If you don't agree with us, let us know. I don't fucking care. We got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness coming up. What'd you think of that, Hot Sauce?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It to me, it was Evil Dead meets the MCU.
If you're a fan of Sam Raimi and Evil Dead like we are, you'll see a lot of scenes where it's
the camera
angles, doors shutting. You're like, that's the fucking Evil Dead.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did we look over each other like that's fucking Evil Dead shot?
Yeah.
You didn't watch it, did you?
No. I've heard it's terrible. No, that's a lot of people. A lot of people have kind of been complaining about it for unspecified reasons. Really,
let me tell you something. The people that I've talked to I've read like certain reviews, they're like the MCU didn't deliver. They promised too much that they couldn't deliver. Like, what did they promise you? What did they promise you? They didn't promise you shit. Nothing was confirmed. They didn't tell anybody anything, and I was pretty happy with the cameos that we got to see.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome how it was handled, I thought. But these people, these Marvel fans, these super Marvel fans, they are their own worst enemy.
They're toxic.
They get on the fucking internet and they look at all these YouTubers that come out with every little fucking thing that they see and prophesize that the movie's going to be about. And did you hear it from a Marvel executive? No, you didn't. So shut the fuck up.
Well, that's like a whole. I mean, that's like some people's whole YouTube channels.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
This 1 millisecond clip in the trailer.
Yeah. Did you see this? Did you see that?
I just saw this Easter egg, and this must confirm that Sandman's coming back.
Right.
Like people were upset that like Tobey Maguire wasn't in it. Like he was just in a movie. He's not going to be in this
I
one.
feel like people got spoiled.
Yeah.
On Spider-Man.
They did.
And they wanted too much. And like I said earlier, they're their own worst enemy. That they hyped this movie up to,
every movie has to be like Endgame level stuff.
Like it's not gonna be what you think it is. Like they're not gonna go into like they were expecting the X-Men cartoon universe to be there. Like no, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get that out of your fucking head. It's not happening. I don't care if you read it on We Got This Covered. Or whatever piece of shit thing you saw pop up in your news feed.
The Zilla blog.
That you just, retweeted and reshared and didn't read it and double check it. But that's another problem. These people, they just see things and they go with it and they're like, oh, we're going to get it. We're going to get this.
Well, I am curious to see what they cut out. And because I know they said they did cut a good chunk.
Yeah, 40 minutes or something.
Yeah, so I still like to see what they cut out.
I would have liked it to have been a little bit longer.
Yeah, it seemed like, it's go. So, it's still over 2 hours.
But I enjoyed it, and I thought it's, for the most part, it's definitely set up a bunch of the future Marvel movies, I think.
It did.
We're probably going to get a Secret Wars movie, it seems like.
That's what they're directing towards.
Yeah, and that will probably be Endgame level-ish,
Yeah.
But
that's the other thing that people are feeling like they don't have the end game.
The direction.
They don't you could tell by a couple movies into the whole Infinity War saga that that's where they were heading toward.
Right.
And I think some people don't feel that like they have that way yet.
That connection or continuity
it's not there yet. They're getting there.
And they feel like that, everybody's like, oh, they don't even have one. Is what they think, just because they don't see one yet, and maybe they don't, but that seems to be some area of complaint.
I think the breadcrumbs have been trickled out here, and they're getting ready to lead us somewhere. But
maybe we'll see more when we get to see Thor as well, because I'm ready to see War of the God Butcher, Christian Bale. So I'm pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, Christian Bale will be good in that.
Oh yeah,
he's good in everything.
Well, you got to think about it. Like, how many movies are they into the next cycle? Like Black Widow. And that was kind of messing around with COVID stuff. That was sort of the end of her story. Spider-Man, that's in a way sort of the end of his story at the moment.
Well, so how much stuff got pushed back?
What was
changed?
What was Multiverse of Madness? Was this like really the first movie in the next series of whatever in a way?
Well, I think maybe just with that, like you say, it lays the breadcrumb. So it opens the door to
But people,
the multiverses.
it kills me. The things that people are bitching about, they don't realize they put on themselves.
Yeah.
Like you overhyped the movie, you laid down incredible expectations for it. And, I mean, I thought it was a great story and I thought it paced well. And, from start to, I mean, it goes, it starts out rolling.
Yeah.
And it
That's
goes
probably
all the way
more-
until it ends.
That's probably the more fast-paced like MCU movies to start off like quick.
I thought Sam Raimi did a phenomenal job with the movie.
I like to see. I hope he does more.
I'd really like to see a director's cut.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought, it was kind of like a horror Marvel movie.
What about the PG-13 controversy? Are you up on that?
No, I mean, what about?
I don't know. Some people, there was a death or a couple of deaths in the movie that people are saying that the movie was rated PG-13, but it shouldn't have been.
It was right on the edge of rated R.
Yeah. If you see a couple of more images, they could have pushed it. It's as close to PG-13 as
this is as close as a rated R movie that the MCU's come to.
Yeah. Well, plus on top, it's the imagery.
Well, I think that's kind of what people were getting at was some of the imagery.
Very demonic type of feel to it. Yeah.
There's some shit there. I mean, you're just like, that's Total Evil Dead, man.
Yeah.
Total Evil Dead.
You're like, where's that R rating?
Sam Raimi put his touch on it big time.
I mean, there's a one scene where I feel like that could even push it to make it just rated R.
There's a scene where with Wanda and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, goddamn, she's wicked.
Love Wanda.
Not to spoil anything for you.
She stole the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that she did. A lot of people
she stole them. In my opinion, she stole the fucking movie.
She was great in it.
It was almost similar, almost like her own solo movie at that point.
Yeah.
With sharing with Doctor Strange.
That's my only real, and it's not even a critique. It's just being nitpicky about the movie. I don't think the Multiverse of Madness was really displayed as much as you think it would have been based on it being called the Multiverse of Madness. I almost feel like it was a Wanda and Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
A Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, like some other title, Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch, or Doctor Strange versus
occasional
multiverse.
Yeah, and I feel like that they misrepresent madness because I'm like, was it the Multiverse of Madness? Now, was there parts that are pure madness? Absolutely.
The multiverse was involved, but I just don't feel like we saw a lot of multiverse for it to be.
It was not the main focal point of what it was supposed to be, but I mean, I really don't care.
I think Sam Raimi did it just to piss you off. He was like, "Fuck this cat in Chicago."
Of course, we get a cameo.
Marvel heard about all your complaints about the Spider-Man time paradoxes and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe if we let Elizabeth Olsen run around and do whatever the fuck she wants in this movie, he'll clean up his office.
that's on the list. Well, I'm getting started on that.
Looks like a few things have moved.
Yeah,
it does.
Now the pool's up, and the pool isn't up and running yet. The pool is put together. And once I fill it, because I'm not allowed to fucking use water around this fucking place due to the village ordinance, my address ends in a 5, so I can't use fucking water on days that aren't fucking odd number days. So I gotta wait till tomorrow to fill the fucking pool up.
Man, that's some bullshit right there.
Kind of baby.
You think you live in California or some shit? There was a water shortage.
Your address, just watering restrictions based on your address.
Yep.
What kind of fucking shit's that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I just threw me off a little bit.
No, there's a watering restriction.
Okay.
Yeah. So
fun fact.
What would you give Doctor Strange on a letterbox rating of 5 stars?
I give it 3.5.
A 3.5?
Yeah. I would definitely watch it again for sure.
I mean, I had fun with it, dude. What did I give it here?
Did you rate it before, Rob?
I'm sorry?
Did you rate it already?
No, I just rated. I forgot to rate it, but I'll give it 3.5.
I rated it 4 stars.
3.5.
And it's averaged at 3.4. So
I think and that's the people just getting pissy about a lot of the other stuff.
It is. It's just people
I'm just curious of what they cut out.
See Spider-Man.
Don't worry, motherfucker. He'll be back. Don't calm down.
They didn't introduce the X-Men.
Well, I figured that'd be the perfect time
It would have been.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
They didn't recast Wolverine yet.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was solid. I actually, I'll probably order a steelbook of that when it comes out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get a drink of water there. I was a little parched.
Well, we know it's MCU. Mr. PBS sitting over there just stirring in his shit. Goes an MCU
He doesn't
movie.
think any MCU movie is phenomenal.
Not real
He
theater.
agrees with Marty. It's bullshit.
No, I mean they're
Garbage.
they're okay.
How can you
Okay.
not watch Iron Man make that sacrifice?
No, I mean those were good.
Those were
He
phenomenal.
missed that though. He's like those.
I know.
I mean,
Those
that's
were-
hard to.
those were
hard to beat.
phenomenal.
The Avengers movies have been the best of the movies. Like if I was going to tell you my top 3 MCU movies off the top of my head, it'd probably be the first Avengers and then Infinity War Endgame.
Your mom's been the best.
Yeah. Well,
I can't disagree with that. Actually, I can't argue that the Avengers
A lot of people do put in,
were the best.
and a lot of people do put in Captain America: Winter Soldier as like the top one as well.
Winter Soldier was fucking great.
I saw that one late, but I saw that in the theater, and I mean it was good, but it wasn't to me any better, particularly than any other Marvel movie.
Shut up. It was way better than the first Captain America.
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't any better than the rest of the range. Most of the Marvel movies are like, okay, that was a Marvel movie.
I think Winter Soldier's better than the second Avengers movie.
I don't mean Age of Ultron was okay.
Yeah.
I think everybody just loved the Hulkbuster at that point.
It was another one where it's like, oh, okay, they're all together, cool.
Yeah. I really liked Winter Soldier though. It was a great story. Man.
Yeah. But if you asked me to be like, is it any better than anything? I was like, not really.
Well, I remember we had a discussion too, like the best movie. We said it was Infinity Wars, or we chose for Endgame. But I still feel as a whole movie, Infinity Wars is better than Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Endgame is probably the most epic 45 minutes you'll have in a movie that you'll have in like
Infinity Wars was definitely a great movie all around.
Yeah.
But I to your point of saying that, I look at those two as one movie though.
Yeah.
They just got split up.
Yeah.
Because they're so fucking long,
Yeah, but if you told me I can only keep one, I'll keep the first Avengers, and that's the only one I really.
That first Avengers was great.
Yeah.
Man. How many times we go see that in the theater?
At least a couple.
Yeah.
That was one I had to explain to people, like, why is it so good? It's like because they're finally all together, and B, they actually did it well. They're not just pigeonholed in there.
It's like the first time that we had multiple superheroes converge on the big screen,
Well, even when the first Iron Man came out, nobody really thought that they were going to get that far in a way. And even as they were getting that close, like, nah, it ain't going to happen. Maybe.
Then all of a sudden it starts going forward and going forward and
Bit by
building,
bit.
building. Mm-hmm.
Do you still think what's his face Edward
Gordon?
No, that guy that played Hulk.
Norton.
Yeah,
Norton.
Norton.
Oh, I thought you said Gordon.
No,
I
I'm
was
sorry,
like,
Norton. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Norton. Yeah, do you think he's still like fucking Marvel?
probably.
I shouldn't have asked for more money right away.
I think it's maybe that, and maybe that he wanted more control over the character.
Yeah.
I don't know if his Hulk would work. Him as Hulk would work as good as Ruffalo.
I think Ruffalo had
Easily.
better.
He's got more of a team player vibe.
Yeah, I think he vibed better with Tony than what Norton would have.
Yeah. If you want to give me like a Norton Hulk standalone movies, maybe they'd be better than a Ruffalo standalone Hulk movie. But we've talked about it before. Hulk movie is kind of hard anyway.
Yeah,
because he has to spend the whole movie in a way not wanting to be the Hulk, unless you're going to do one of those other stories where.
Well, now he's the Hulk all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
like that.
like
those
if you,
stories.
if you like, was it a World Breaker Hulk or whatever, where they keep the intelligence of Bruce Banner, but then he's in Hulk form.
Yeah.
Did you see they released the trailer for She-Hulk?
A lot of people were pissed off about the CGI. Apparently,
Yeah, they didn't like how she looked, and
It looks like shit. It looks like absolute dog shit.
it does look like, I don't know. It
Dog
comes
shit.
off.
yeah, but I
And
mean, like
Mark Ruffalo is going to be in it.
Yeah, in terms of the show, it doesn't look bad, but I think it might be not as good as the other TV shows.
Yeah. And
But I know we're gonna have more Daredevil. Supposed
the
to be in that,
Hulk's
too.
arm is healed too, if you notice that.
Yeah, that's weird because they, I don't know.
He's a
It is
beast.
weird because they said after he got fucked up that he didn't have the powers to be able to heal himself from that.
Yeah, his
Now he's
gamma rays
healed.
couldn't heal his arm or whatever. or
Maybe
some
they'll
shit.
explain it, when he's turning her into the
Well,
She-Hulk.
he was healed in. Wasn't he healed in Shang-Chi?
No.
No, he still had the sling. I think he still had the sling on.
It's been forever since I watched that.
I'll have to look at that one.
I was not interested in that enough to care.
Yeah, that was a movie where I was on my phone.
Maybe that's the story of this next phase of Marvel. Like I wasn't really interested enough to care.
Well, I mean, I liked Shang-Chi more than I did like the Eternals.
Yeah, it was better than the Eternals.
I think it was way better than Eternals.
Eternals was shit, man.
Well, I have to admit that the one best thing about it was the one actor, I can't pronounce the name, but he's been a lot like Stuber and stuff. He was the best part in that movie. And
yeah, he was good.
There's a fight scene with a speedster with Icarus, which I think is like the best one I've seen that they've done in MCU anyways.
You gonna take it? You gonna take that dip?
I thought you were going to play him off there for a second.
That or shut up, badass. Take your pick.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
I've been trying to be courteous to Rob.
Yeah.
Why?
So he went from the clapping playing you off to calling you a fat fuck or whatever.
I yelled at him earlier, so I didn't want to.
Well, I try to not ramble about stupid shit, at least make a good point. So
I didn't want him to go home and like kill himself tonight. He yelled at me and he played me off.
Cry in the shower.
Yeah.
Like Pat,
are you okay in the rub? I'm fine.
And I was one of those people that he was talking about that overhyped Doctor Strange.
But did I cry? No.
What is the next Marvel movie?
It's gotta be Thor.
Yeah, it's
Probably
Thor.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
July.
Yes, July.
I think so. Yeah.
July. I want to see.
Look at this producer quality work coming over here. Is he looking it up?
July.
Yeah, I knew it was July.
When in July?
July 8th.
Oh, 8th. I was wrong.
July 7th if you want to go to Australia and see the day early.
one day before National Sleazy Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then February is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
And that means about June 5th or 6th here in a couple weeks, I'll be able to get my Hulk ticket.
Your Hulk ticket?
Yeah. Or not Hulk, Thor.
Thor. Okay.
And then Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania next February.
That'll be cool.
I think they'll explore. I think with that they'll go more into multiverse since you're going to the quantum realm. So
yeah.
I feel like those movies you're going to have to. That's the way to bring in certain, like X-Men and stuff when you start doing stuff like that.
But they didn't introduce Wolverine.
I kind of wish I was more excited for Thor. I didn't care for the last one as much as some people did.
I'm excited for Thor, man.
Well, I'm happy with this because we get the Guardians of the Galaxy. So with
they made Thor too stupid in the last one.
Yeah,
they did.
Like we've talked about that before about how they overused the humor in some things, and they just made him way too dumb.
But I'm excited because we get some Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I'm glad she's coming back.
Mighty Thor.
Even though, man, she looks jacked for this.
Dude,
role.
see her arms?
Yeah,
she is fucking cut.
She can put me in a headlock any day.
Dude, she'd probably snap your neck.
Yeah, it'd be worth it though.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
I was like, you guys, Natalie Portman snapped my neck.
I can't move my arms or legs.
You say you weren't too thrilled with how dumb they made Thor in the last one. How many out of work, drunk, stay at home losers do you know that are on the intelligent side?
What do you mean?
Not many.
You see his eyes going like Elon Musk cut compute.
I feel like
down on their luck, PTSD, drunk, out of work. They usually aren't.
Well, yeah, but they made like I don't know. There's like one scene where he like goes to break a window and he throws the hammer or something, or he throws a ball or something, and it comes back and hits him right in the face. And you're kind of like, for real? Like, would Thor do that?
He wasn't as dumb as he was in the Ghostbusters movie,
right?
But
like the thing is, like, when he's dumb in like the other movies where they're all together, it's like he's dumb because he doesn't understand something.
Right.
He's not like a doofus dumb.
He's just from a different planet, different area.
Right.
So
it's like when he's fish out of water dumb. Like I think there's a scene in one of them where they maybe it's that one where the joke is they put Odin in an old folks home or something, and there was some joke in there, and that was funny because he didn't understand why old people go to a home or something.
Yeah,
like that stuff's funny.
Yeah. Well,
he was
like,
just kind of like a
even
dummy.
the first Thor, like he's in a restaurant. I want more of the drink, and he throws his glass down because that's what they did. He's like, oh, we don't do that here. I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's when it's
when he
funny.
sees the Hulk and he's like, I know him.
That was good. It felt like organic to it.
I know him.
It's like he was just excited and he was funny.
He's from work.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that stuff's like that's funny.
I'm still kind of upset they put that in the trailer. Because you see it, it's coming. Like how much bigger would the reaction have been?
But I can see your
It's
point.
funny that like when there is Thor and Tony are sharing the screen, it's like who's gonna say the first dick joke?
Yeah,
it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, like what was it? The end game when like he jump started. He's like, I didn't know it was gonna work. I mean, that's pretty funny.
Well, he's got that great line, right? Like when Cap shows up with the Molinar, he's like, I knew it.
Yeah, that was great.
I knew it. Talk about how that motherfucker got curb stomped after he said it. I mean, I'm like, did anybody just realize that? Man,
he did get curb stomped.
I know.
Thanos.
I still remember. I still think those are some of the best moments ever. Going to the theater and seeing it.
When
he's getting axe put in, you're like, holy shit.
When Rene Russo tells him to try a salad.
Yeah.
Like it's a very mom thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, okay, mom.
I remember there was an interview where she was like, I think doing Thor the first time, and she said, I had to look at him like he's my son. I touched his face. She's like, that's very hard to do. I was like, okay.
Well, I think that is all we're gonna have tonight. We're out of topics. We're out of shit.
We're gonna throw Stranger Things in there.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things comes out next week.
Mm-hmm.
March 27th, the final season of Stranger Things. And man, they just announced we're going to get 7 episodes next weekend.
They make them sound like they're almost mini movies.
They are. They're almost.
Yes.
Our buddy sent us.
They're a little over an hour a piece. But then was it July 4th? We're getting the rest, which is 2 episodes, and they're over 2 hours long.
1 through 6 is an hour and 15 minutes, and episode 7 is an hour and 38. Episode 8 is an hour and 25. Episode 9 is 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's basically an end game.
The producer just rattled them off.
He was on that shit because you asked for fucking run times. He didn't ask him anything else.
And time rap, baby. And then I think you didn't mention it. It says the budget's 30, but I believe you mentioned it was actually being up 32 million per episode.
Yeah, it's something like that. 30 years.
Yeah. So they wonder where their money's going. There it is.
Do you think
season 4 is over 5 hours longer than the previous seasons?
Do you think Rob is like, I got to get these run times planned out, so when I get up and I feed Brownie, I have approximately an hour and 15 minutes to watch the show before I have to go to work, and then I can watch the next episode while I'm on lunch. Halfway through that, I'll have to go back to work, and then I can finish the other one when I get off work, within 35 minutes.
I'm going to tell you this.
And then I can feed Brownie again.
I kind of fucking hate you because that does go through my mind somewhat. Because I
know how your mind works.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I can watch this for a while and I can come back and watch the last bit of this. Why do this? And I do this. I fucking hate you. Get out of here.
You don't hate
It's called time management, Rob.
Yes,
you don't have to be upset about it.
Because one day he messaged me at 7:30 and he was like, by the way, did you watch this new episode? And I'm like, it just came out today, Rob.
I've been up since 3 a.m. with the dog and it's out.
I literally just got up and clocked into work. Like, there's no way in hell I could have watched it. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been up since 4.
I do apologize. I just forget about that. I just do
I've been up since 4. I fed the dog from 4 to 5. From 5:15 to 6:15, I watched that episode. And then I took a shower, approximately 12 minutes and 35 seconds.
And I have a cup of coffee with my water.
And then I took my shot. And then I ate breakfast, and then I clocked in for work.
Yeah.
Tell me, what have you done with your day?
You need to start calling him a lazy fuck, Rob.
7:30.
I've been rising grinding since 3 a.m.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting up at 4 o'clock for that.
So he's like, you can call me a lazy piece of shit. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. I live on normal hours, not the executive hours.
Yeah. What was the thing Trump had? What do they call it? The executive
hours?
No.
Something like that, where he watched TV for 3 hours.
It's Rob's schedule, executive hours.
What was it, from 7 to 11? He watched TV or something like that.
I've never. They did. I think it was a long time ago. They did what Trump ate in a day at the White House, and
the whole daily breakdown.
Yeah, and they're I think 2 o'clock. The person's like, I just want fucking water. I'm tired of Diet Coke.
Yeah,
I'm dehydrated. They had Oreos and Diet Coke and chips and steak with ketchup, and they're like, the person got pissed. Like, who the fuck eats steak with ketchup?
Yeah,
So
that man
pissed.
gives us all hope for a long life.
Yeah.
Except we're not rich.
Yeah.
But that is all we have. So we got a wide variety of topics this episode. Thought we did a good job. We'll be back in probably 2 weeks. We're going to take Memorial Day weekend off, obviously. Watch some Stranger Things.
Always forget we have that off.
Eat some cheeseburgers, some hot dogs.
Had cheeseburgers for dinner tonight.
Celebrate, our fallen soldiers with cheeseburgers and hot dogs.
As our friend Dave would say, don't you dare enjoy yourself for 1 minute this weekend.
Yeah.
It's about dead people.
Selfish piece of shit.
But that's all we have for this episode of the Sleazy Podcast. As always, my call to action is to share the show with one person, and from there we'll get another person to listen to the show. But yeah, that's all we got for you. And as always, keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.